This man buys a plane ticket every single day, but he never actually boards the flight, instead anxiously waiting in the terminal watching TV, until this particular day when the sports channel host suddenly collapses, and as the camera cuts to the game, everyone at the venue drops to the ground too, making him immediately realize he needs to get on a plane and leave right now. Without hesitation, he knocks down the security guard, grabs his rifle, and charges toward the boarding gate like a madman while surrounding passengers thinking he's a terrorist, starts screaming in terror. And at this moment, the flight attendant also senses something's wrong outside and frantically tries to close the cabin door, but it's too late. Seeing the armed man, passengers on board start panicking, and the man orders the flight attendant to close the door immediately or he'll shoot her, leaving the attendant no choice but to comply. The man then rushes straight to the cockpit where he suppresses his fear and explains to the captain that they must leave before sunrise or everyone will die. But the captain is completely baffled, and just then the man is distracted by the air marshal knocking on the door. Seizing this opportunity, the captain tries to grab his weapon, but not only fails but also gets his palm shot through when the gun accidentally goes off. Now with the captain injured and only able to use one hand, making it impossible to fly the plane alone, and with the co-pilot nowhere to be found, the man has no choice but to curse and return to the cabin, asking if any passengers know how to fly a plane, when a woman named Kelly raises her hand saying she can fly helicopters. And so, under the man's hijacking, the plane slowly leaves the ground, with the man ordering the captain to keep flying west since that's where the sun sets. And once the flight stabilizes, the captain asks what he means by sunrise equals death, and Raymond explains he's a NATO Army major who accidentally overheard a secret meeting among organization leaders saying the sun has mutated and any living thing exposed to its rays will die. Even hiding inside buildings won't help, and the fact that all those athletes suddenly collapsed on live TV proves this point. So now the plane must race against the sun, staying in darkness, or they're all dead for sure. But neither of them believes the major's story, thinking he must be crazy. Just then, the passengers sense something's wrong and start getting restless. To avoid unnecessary trouble, the major holds up his gun to quiet everyone down. But at that moment, a man catches the major off guard and snatches his gun, holding it and ordering the flight attendant to lock the major in the bathroom. But the major explains he's only doing this to save everyone's lives, though in the man's eyes, he's nothing but a terrorist. And to avoid unnecessary casualties, the flight attendant quickly locks the major in the bathroom. Seeing the situation is now under control, the captain decides to make an emergency landing at the nearest Iceland airport. But when they arrive over Iceland airport, the scene below instantly terrifies him as the ground is ablaze with people fighting desperately over planes. The scene utterly horrific, and now the two realize the major was telling the truth. The sun has mutated, and to survive they must keep flying west. But Kelly discovers in horror that the plane only has enough fuel for 50 miles.